for a lot of people, it's very common in the military, very common in like first responders, and then any high stress profession, like lawyer stuff, is like they make it to the end of the road, and then when they retire or stop, they die within a year or two, and it's very common, right? And this is because they've had all this stuff in their life where they had these goals and the achievement, and then they've made their life about that, and then when it's gone, it's like so much of a part of their life is gone that they just don't know how to carry it through life. And, that's just, that's the statistical fact. It's just part of it. It's scary.
It is. I think part of it is purpose, having a bigger reason to get up in the morning, which is certainly a big thing that our professions provide. And also, I think it's identity too. That so many people in professions, they say, I am this, and when that gets taken away, they don't know who they are. I've seen it a lot in pro athletes as well. When they have to retire, because that's not forever. I've seen a lot of pro athletes spiral because they don't know who they are without their identity as a pro athlete.
Yeah, that's it's very common. Like, it's very easy to look at the military. Hey, when you retire, like, you made an impact, but as soon as you're gone, the next day, somebody's there to take your spot. And pro athlete, like, there's no different. Like, you're a Hall of Fame quarterback, and you retire. Dan Marino, he retires. There was a quarterback the next day taking his position, right? And now the fans are shifting their attention, hoping that he's going to be as good, right? And it's a hard thing to deal with, but it's part of life. Like, just realize you're replaceable in that position. But like we talked about with your kids, your family, you're not replaceable for them in any fashion.
No. And for you, and for actually being someone that you recognize and that you respect, that you're enjoying your life. It's really important, I think, to have that purpose, but also to realize that your real life, you don't have to wait for retirement. Your real life can start today just by living it in a way that aligns with what you really value, what really matters to you most.
Yeah. And it's not, I think we overcomplicate it and overthink it as people. Like, you don't have to make all these huge changes at once to create, like, to that path. Like, small changes and just staying consistent with certain small changes leads to an overall bigger change in your life. And when you do it so small and so slowly, you don't even realize it. And then 6 months later, you're doing something, you realize, I'm not even thinking about it anymore. It's just part of who I am. It's like, I don't need to like set an alarm and go, all right, I'm going to go, like, I'm doing this tomorrow morning to work out. Like, it's just, I'm already know I'm doing it. So it's part of who I am. And it's the same with everybody else. Little habits we create.
The habits are so key to having it not only be effective, but lasting too, when it becomes just a part of who you are and just a part of your routine and a part of how you live life in a way that feels the best and also gives you the results you want. It's amazing. A lot of people think that they just have to keep like grinding. They have to keep motivating themselves. And the hardest thing to do, and I'm sure you've had this experience, is to start a new, exercise program or get into shape. Yeah. But the momentum just builds once you're in it. Once it's a part of you, it would be harder to stop, I think.
It is.